My name's Morisson. I'm 25 years old. I live in Austin, Texas. And on June 17th, 2025, I died. I didn't see it coming. Not at all. Life had always seemed full of opportunities, light, and promises. I was an ordinary gayor, so I thought I had a job at a tech company. I liked going out with my friends. I had a girlfriend named Jenna. And most importantly, I had my tattoos marks all over my arms, chest, even a small symbol on the back of my neck. To me, they were my identity, my memories, my battles, my victories, and my pains etched right into my skin. That day, I was at home. It was hot. The sun was beating down on the streets of Austin, and I had just come back from a night out. Not too wild, but enough to feel a heaviness in my muscles. My throat was dry, my heart a little tight as if something was warning me, but I couldn't understand what. I'd collapsed onto the couch, my head turned toward the window, my gaze unfocused, and then suddenly, everything shifted. I felt suffocated, as if an invisible hand was squeezing my chest. A sharp, dull, wrenching pain. I tried to get up, to call Jaina and Tosha for help, but my voice faded away. My legs gave out, and I fell to the floor. Then, nothing. Complete darkness. I thought it would last a second, but no. Silence. A strange peace. An emptiness. Then a sensation of floating. I no longer knew where I was. I saw my body lying on the living room floor, half covered by a blanket Jenna had left there. Everything felt unreal. I didn't feel pain anymore. I was somewhere else. Then the light came. A soft, warm, infinitely welcoming light. And within that light, there was a presence, a powerful, calm presence filled with a love beyond anything I had ever known. Deep down, I knew it was him, Jesus. He approached me without a sound. His form was made of pure light. His eyes sparkled like stars, full of tenderness and sadness. Eden, he said, not through my ears, but directly into my mind. You are here because your life on earth has ended, but your journey is only just beginning. I wanted to speak, to ask questions, to beg for a second chance, but nothing came out. I was frozen, both scared and fascinated. He reached out his hand to me, and I felt a warmth flood through me, comforting me. Then he showed me something. An immense scene unfolded before me, like a movie playing in the air. I was there, both spectator and actor. Look, he said, I saw a tattoo parlor, black and red, with faintly blinking neon lights. The smell of ink and rubbing alcohol was almost real. A young man, barely 20 years old, was lying on the chair. His face was tight, filled with silent anger. He wanted to tattoo a huge serpent coiled around his arm, a symbol of revenge against his father who had abandoned him. The needle vibrated, the machine buzzed, and then one detail chilled me. I saw, escaping from the boy's skin, a dark thread almost invisible, a link woven from black smoke that sank into his mind. It wasn't a demon, nor an evil spirit, but a sort of bridge between his deep anger and that tattoo. What you see, Jesus explained, is the truth about some tattoos. They're not just ink. They are portals, passages, but I stammered, it's just a drawing. No, he replied softly. Each tattoo anchors an emotion, a memory, an energy inside you. Some are prisons, invisible chains you carry on your skin and in your soul. I looked at the young man. The more the serpent was inked onto his skin, the more his anger grew. He fought, he screamed, he isolated himself. The tattoo hadn't eased his pain, it had fed it, multiplied it. Then Jesus showed me another scene. A woman in her 40s was getting a small black heart tattoo on her wrist with a date beneath it. It was a tribute to her deceased sister. She cried softly. Sometimes, Jesus said, tatties are prayers, memorials. They carry love, loss, grief. I felt a lump form in my throat. But even these tattoos can become a burden, he added. If you don't find peace inside, the image becomes a weight. Then I saw another man who looked strangely like me, covered in tribal tattoo, trying to assert himself, understand himself, to be reborn. His tattoo was a path. Tattoos can also be guides, Jesus explained. They tell a story of rebirth, of choice. Eden, he continued, you carry tattoos on you. They speak of your anger, your fear, your past. But they are not you. I looked at my arms, my chest, all those designs. The stories I thought I was telling, that I thought I controlled. What do I have to do? I asked, heart tight. Jesus smiled, radiant. You can't erase what is engraved on your earthly skin, but you can choose to no longer let those chains imprison you. Then he showed me an even more terrifying vision. A man who had tattooed a pentacle, a symbol he thought powerful, protective. But Jesus revealed to me that this kind of tattoo could open spiritual doors that can never be closed again. It's not a curse, he explained, but a calling, a call that people answer without knowing what they're opening. I felt my blood run cold, he went on. Those who choose these marks don't always know they expose themselves to invisible forces. It's not the ink that's dangerous, but what it symbolizes, what it attracts. I was stunned, terrified. Then he placed his glowing hand on my heart. A wave of warmth, love, and forgiveness passed through me. Eden, he said, you are not defined by the marks on your skin. Your soul is free. I understood then that I could never go back to my old life, but I could choose peace. One day, Jesus concluded, you will see the truth beyond the ink. You will be free. Silence returned. Then I felt a pull. Return. I opened my eyes. I was lying on my rug. Jenna was leaning over me, panicked. I was breathing. I was alive, but nothing would ever be the same.